Hi. Today we're going to be looking at Xerpi, a bookmark sharing tool. We're just going to start from the beginning here. So you put in your name, the username you want, passwords, and looking carefully, instead of doing what I was just doing, it says just month of the year, gender, gonna guess that's what it says. Accept terms and conditions, that little checkbox there means that. And my word was wrong, so muta. Muta freaky. Okay. I'm not gonna go, well, let's see, Eco Warrior Fashionista, Superman, Man. Don't box me in, man. So I'm gonna go with that. Create my Xerpi homepage. And it's loading. It'll take just a second here. We'll pull up, okay, and then it gives me some general things, okay? To get the most out of Xerpi, we recommend you add these bookmarklets to your browser's toolbar. Make sure it's a finished tool. Simply drag these to the, so I'm going to do Xerpi save. And I'm not entirely sure what Xerpi email is, so I'm going to put it up here just to fiddle with it. Okay. Now, what I want to do, first thing I'm going to do is I see this page. It looks like a whole bunch of just whatever stuff, just, kind of to populate the page. But we're going to click right here to New View first. View title is, let's say we're teaching U.S. history. I'm going to add that. Now, I think back, my historical lesson that I want to do is on Lincoln, so I'm going to add a links block. Links block title is Lincoln. I'm going to add that. Now, depending on where your students are in their learning of technology and depending on how much technological skills you have, determines what links you want to put in here. I'm going to assume that my students are really technologically advanced. They've got a variety of tools they have at their disposal for doing collaboration, such as Crocodoc that we talked about, Google Docs for sharing ideas, and other things that we've covered through the course. So I'm just going to give them the main document. So I'm going to pull up the document. I'm going to click on Xerpi Save. It's going to bring up a dialog box asking me to log in. I'm going to ask it to remember me this time. Okay, and it gives me a link name, and I'm going to change this to March 18th, 1864, and go back to the beginning. Tag is Telegram, Lincoln, and I want it to go to my U.S. history page, and to that block. I'm not going to click private. I want it to be shareable. If I wanted to just keep this link to myself for now, I could click private and put it in a different block or put it anywhere. Then when somebody saw the page, they wouldn't see that link. So I click Save. And I come back here. Oh no, it's not there. It didn't work. Well, it did, but all you have to do is hit your refresh button. On Firefox, it's right here. Most browsers, you can just hit Control or Command R and it'll refresh. There you go. See, look. Lincoln Telegram, March 18th, 1864. Now, I want my students to be able to see this whole page, because this is going to be the U.S. history page for the course. So I click right here on this little pencil, and who can see this? Private, friends and family, or public. I'm not sharing any information up here that would be inappropriate for anybody to see. So I'm going to make it public. Now I can determine who wants to edit this. So if I wanted to, if I'm co-teaching a course, or if I'm collaborating with another teacher on this course, I can add them as an editor so that they can put in primary source documents themselves. And they don't have to email me or whatever. I'm not co-teaching the course, I'm just teaching it by myself, so I'm just going to leave this all as it is. Also, if you had an email list of your students that you can copy and paste, you can copy and paste it in there if they've all created Xerpi accounts. This link right here, you'll notice, is the public URL for my page. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to click Update. Remember, copy is either Command or Control C for copy. Now I can do Control or Command V, or I can right click and paste my URL, and you'll click and you'll notice that it's there. So you can see the students have instant access to all the documents for here. Let's add another page, and we're going to make this page private. So just the main page for the wiki as an example page. Lincoln Telegram's wiki is a fine name. Link address is fine. So I can do this. Telegram Lincoln. Same one. Choose View U.S. History. Choose Block Lincoln. But I want this to be private. And I'm going to click Save. So you see again, it didn't update on my main Xerpi login page. It didn't update either. I'm going to refresh here. You're going to see it updates, and there's the wiki and the telegrams. Now I can move this and send it an email. Now if I want to edit this later, I can click Edit. If I want to get rid of it, I can click the minus. If I want to see information about it, I can click here, and if I want to email it to a friend, I can click here. Something very important to remember. You notice that I'm logged in here. I can invite friends, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to log out. And remember, this is my main login page where I was before. Now, this is my public URL. Notice it says Lincoln Telegrams right here. I'm going to refresh this page. And you notice something. It does not add that second link. Remember, I clicked private, so your students, whomever else you've shared this link with, will not be able to see that. Now if I log back in, and if I go to my public URL, I can see both links again. The moral of the story is this. Whenever you're doing something that requires a login, always make sure you log out to check your public URL before you share that public URL with other people. If you don't log out before you share that public URL, you have no idea what it's going to look like. A lot of times I'll even recommend that you log out, go into a different browser on your computer. So if you're using Firefox, maybe switch over to Microsoft Internet Explorer or Apple Safari or Google Chrome, any other browser, and check the public URL in that other browser, just to make sure that when your students or your peers or colleagues log in, or not even log in, but go to your public URL, they can easily see what you want them to see. You also learned in this lesson how making something public or private can be a very powerful tool for pacing a lesson. If you want students to all engage in one document, if you want to maybe do a sample document with your students, you want them to see that one document, you can do it here. Also, by sharing with friends and so on and so forth, and you could share with specific friends, you could set it up so that each group of students has a Xerpi page that they can see with their group. Xerpi is a really powerful tool. You can add tag blocks. And if I want to do just a tag block with Lincoln, I come in here and I do telegrams Lincoln and add that tag block. It should populate. Oh, that's interesting. This is an update. So it populates with things that have Lincoln or Telegram in the title. Now, I don't like this block, so I'm going to get rid of it. Confirm deletion. Friends blocks. Friends, and I can call this group 1. So let's say my students all have Xerpi accounts. I can add them here, and I can find friends and so on and so forth. Select friends by clicking on them here and adding them. And then I can add them and share links directly with them. And so on and so forth. Now I can have pages for groups. I can do all kinds of different things. I can add many, many pages. I can create on my default page, I can have links to documents that I like and so on and so forth. Xerpi is a very powerful tool for organizing your documents, for organizing your bookmarks, and for sharing them with your students. Hope you enjoy.